Hi, everybody. Well, not too long ago, we had the big announcement from Carnival Cruise Line that they are changing their loyalty program. And now, in the latest quarterly earnings, we have a hint that Royal Caribbean is going to change their loyalty program. So that's a very scary proposition with all the feedback that Carnival Cruise Line just got, with people upset about the loyalty changes that they're doing because they're going more to a rewards program than they are to a loyalty program. Well, during the quarterly report that Royal Caribbean just did, by the way, they're doing very, very well, just in case you were wondering. They talked about the future and what their plans are and why they're expecting to make some changes. And one of those changes could be tied to the loyalty program. Now, they haven't said how they're going to change, what they're going to change, but they did say that they want to tie the loyalty program more into the credit cards. That's right, the Royal Caribbean credit cards. Because last year, remember, they amalgamated the loyalty program across their three brands. So if you go on Celebrity and you earn points and you go on Royal Caribbean, you'll have the same status when you're on each ship, which people loved that idea, especially wanting to give like Celebrity a try, or if you're loyal to Celebrity, you wanted to give Royal Caribbean a try. Well, now they're also saying that they might want to try and tie it more into the rewards program, as they're seeing an upturn in people who are signed up with the credit cards and they're on the loyalty program side, spending more money when they're on the ships. So they're seeing a dramatic difference, shall we say. They're becoming very, very good at the upsell when you're on their ships. You know, everything from experiences like, you're gonna go and do, the arcades. You're gonna go and say, I want a private lesson on, surfing. You want to go skydiving in that simulator. All these little things besides the specialty restaurants, besides, you can buy 5 specialty restaurants. Do you get all 5? Maybe, maybe not, but you're selling it. And so there's a lot of selling going on board the ships, and they're getting very, very good at doing that. Now, one of the other things that has been a big change with the new CEO who's come online now with Royal Caribbean is the outlook. And it's not about so much the loyal to Royal passengers as you would think, right? They're looking to expand their market and maybe even change their market. In fact, right now, what they're doing, their whole emphasis on ships and pricing seems to be geared towards more younger passengers. So what they're doing now, their new marketing strategy is better pricing, which doesn't necessarily mean cheaper pricing. Remember, this is the cruise line talking during a quarterly results to shareholders. So they're saying better pricing as well as shorter cruises. That's right. If you remember, most of the Oasis class ships are all going to shorter cruises now. It's going to be very hard to find a 7-day cruise on an Oasis class ship in 2027, for instance. Also, younger passengers. Those are the 3 main focal points that they seem to be going for now. Better pricing, shorter cruises, younger passengers. Obviously, if you go to shorter cruises, the pricing will be smaller. Younger people can get away easier if you're in college or going to school or anything, that you can get away for those 3-day, 4-day cruises much easier than a 7-day cruise, where the older audience are, semi-retired, retired, or in a comfortable place where they can take more time off, and they can go on the longer 7, 14, 21-day cruises. But if you get a ton of people doing 3 and 4-day cruises, that's a lot more money. A lot more money. Now, the one thing I do know, you know who doesn't like short cruises? You know who doesn't like 3 and 4-day cruises? Crew members. Crew members don't like that. So what's the busiest day on any cruise for a crew member? Turnaround day, where they have to completely clean out every cabin on the ship and replace all the linens, get all the luggage on and off. Now, can you imagine doing that every third day? Instead of 7 days? There doesn't seem to be a break for people. The crew members, they're gonna be much more hard. Their job's gonna be much harder than being a part of the longer cruises, especially like a 14-day, 21-day cruise. They find that so much easier to handle than these 3 and 4-day cruises. So I kind of feel sorry for crew members going forward with this short cruise strategy all the time, especially on the large ships. You got a cruise ship that holds 6,000 passengers, and every third or fourth day you got to turn over the whole ship every single time. That's a lot of work for your stateroom attendants, the laundry workers, etc. It's a lot of extra work compared to the shorter. But strategy-wise, if you can do, if you have a cruise that's 3 days and 4 days instead of 7 days, and if you look at the total pricing of a 3 and a 4-day cruise, it's probably more than the 7-day cruise. So they're sailing shorter cruises. They don't have to go to as many destinations. You don't have to go to 4 ports on a 3-day cruise or a 4-day cruise. A 3-day cruise, you just go to their private island. A 4-day cruise, you go to Nassau and their private island. It's very short cruises, save money on fuel, work your crew to the bone, and make a lot more money. And now they're thinking about tying the loyalty program into the credit cards. Hopefully, they're not changing the status of the loyalty and how you earn it over a lifetime, and just adding bonuses like an extra 1 point if you spend so much money on your card on the cruise. Hopefully that's the way it works. Or the more money you spend, you get an extra perk. You spend $1,000 on your credit card, you get a specialty dining on your cruise. Hopefully it's something like that, and not something along the lines of, well, from now on, you earn points as you spend, and then we'll see how many points you have over the course of 2 years, and that's your status from now on. We'll have to wait and see, but you can definitely see a change in the shift of the way they're trying to make money. It's all about the shorter cruises. It's all about the younger passengers. And I don't know how I feel about it, because I'm not that younger passenger anymore, and I'm definitely not a short cruise guy.